Well, I mean, since I left, I've been trying to discern exactly what it is that God's calling me to do. Speaking definitely and sharing my testimony is part of it, but it's been kind of low key since I've been pregnant, and it usually, hopefully it'll start to pick up after I have the baby and get back on my feet from maternity leave. So. Oh, there was a lot of specific moments. During the whole duration of the 3 years, there was always a tugging, a nudging, and but I would turn it off and on because it was convenient to turn it off, and I didn't want to listen to it. So, but there was really during the season of Lent, when the first 40 days came out, that first day. I really began to pray and meditate and read scripture. And about 3 days into it, there was an aha moment where I felt like God just lifted the blinders off of my eyes, and I got the courage to go out and ask for prayers. With the employees?
Yeah.
Well, we always referred to them as protesters, and initially, I think for me, and maybe the couple of the other employees, there is a little bit of, why are they here? Don't they have better things to do? And that sort of attitude, especially for the locations that don't do abortions. So for like us at the Sherman facility, it was kind of, go protest at an abortion facility was kind of the conversation that we would have. But during the course of the time that I was there, I actually started to warm up and just say, they have a right to be out there, and they have a right to express their opinions. And sometimes the patients would come in and just kind of ask, what are they doing out there, And that was an opportunity to just say, well, they're protesting Planned Parenthood. And so, I'm really grateful that they were there, because had they not been out there, I would have never really had that support, that spiritual support that I needed in order for me to finally leave. Well, I don't think there's anything is specific or in particular, because really, when one's experiencing a conversion, it's really in God's hands to whether or not that person, really wants to listen to God's voice. And for me, I just it was great to know that there was that support and that there was that constant feeling that they were not intimidating you, or that they were there in love, and they weren't there to judge. I never felt that coming from anyone out on the sidewalk. So I think just, really being out there with love in their heart is enough. Because I don't think there was anything they could have done differently for it to have changed the way I felt. And when I finally got the courage to walk out there and ask for prayers, they just, received me with open arms. And it was scary for my part to go out, because I didn't know what to expect or what they would say to me. Of course, Lauren, who's the campaign strategist for 40 Days, she and I became great friends, and she called me and, really gave me a lot of spiritual, uplifting and support that I needed. I think had I not had that, I think, like anyone else who just quits but doesn't have that support, it's probably very difficult to move forward and not know exactly, or it's hard to discern now what. And for me, had I not had that support and made those friends and those connections with the people out there, I don't know how I would have been able to move forward from that point. So I think to take that leap of faith and go out and really ask for prayers from the people that are out there, because that's what they're there for. I mean, we're here, to show that we are representing truly what Christ wants us to do. And that's not just, praying, but also loving the people that are inside as well, and not passing judgment. And so, for me, I don't think there was ever going to be a moment where somebody came in and said, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? That never happened during the 3 years that I was there. It had to come from someone inside saying, I want to come out and talk to you and reach out to you. So for the employees that are out there, that are in there, considering, that I really encourage them to take that leap of faith and go out and talk to someone, because every one of those people on the sidewalk are there for, for them and for the cause, and really, full of love in their hearts. I don't think there's anyone there that's wishing any ill towards any of the employees. It's the opposite. We want them to get out.